In my previous videos, I told you about a rare superpower that you can have, and I'll reiterate it. English, man. I'll reiterate. Fuck that word. I'll reiterate it again. What that superpower is, and I think there was a beautiful quote from Napoleon Bonaparte. I'm gonna paraphrase it, but it was something along the lines of, "A genius is someone who can do the average thing when everyone is going crazy." Something along the lines of that. I may put a header up on the screen, and it sinks in perfectly to the season of today. It's winter in England. It's very cold. It's a cloudy day in England. I know my videos are in grayscale mode, but you could imagine it is a very cloudy day, and that's how it usually is in England. Very cloudy. Is it called Mediterranean weather? I believe something along the lines of that. Guys, if you can become straight, man, if you can just become stoic and straight and not unwavered regardless of the weather, bro, you're one in a million. You are. And I want you to be like that, because most people are bitches, especially men, in terms of the weather. Every time it rains, and I get it, but we can't let the weather dictate our actions. Why are we letting something we can't control dictate the way we feel? Most of you guys, most men out there, they're probably gonna stay sad until like summer. Summer's gonna come. They're gonna be like, oh damn, I feel really good about myself all of a sudden. I'm gonna focus on what matters. Which you should have been focusing during the winter period. Now the winter period is the best period to focus and double down. Do you wanna know why? It's cold. It's wet. It's windy. Who wants to go out during that time? No one. It's uncomfortable. That uncomfortability, it puts you on the edge. It zones you in. Men, hard times create men, right? And I believe if you have even the slightest form of balls and testes in your system, you usually perform best when your back's into a corner, don't you? When things aren't going well in your life. When you're uncomfortable. You're not where you want to be financially. You're fat. You want a woman, you can't attract a woman right now, so you put in extra work. In any field of life. So when you're backed into a corner and things aren't going your way and you're pissed off about it, and we use male aggression, testosterone, to fuel us to pursue our goals. The winter helps with that because, it looks very depressing. I don't find it depressing, honestly. And that's mainly because I've lived in England for 18 years now, and I'm quite used to the weather being like this. So this is nothing new to me. This is normal. I love this weather. I fancy it. I used to always be like, oh, I'm only happy when it's summer. Until I realized I can't, sorry, I'm just seeing if there's mud on my boot. Until I realized I can't control the weather, no matter how I feel. Whether it's raining, I can't stop the rain. Whether it's sunny, it's too hot, there's nothing I can do. Whether it's too cold, like right now, my hands are freezing, no gloves on. I can't control that also. Yeah, I can find solutions to warm myself up. Maybe I should have got gloves, but it's currently drying up right now. Maybe it might be raining a bit. But we gotta do what we gotta do with our cards. The cards that we have right now. Guys, if you can be happy during this tough time and smile on and do what you still would have done even though you weren't, do what you were still going to do as if you were still happy. Because yes, at times there are going to be days where you just don't feel like doing it, but you know you have to do something that will lead you to the greater path in life, your purpose. And sometimes you're going to have days you don't want to do it, but you still do it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to just be a robot 24/7. I truly believe if something gets too hard in your life and maybe too much for you, don't give up. Just take a break. Go on a holiday for like 1 or 2 weeks. Come back stronger than ever. You know? We should love work, man. We should love what we do. And it's sad, the majority of us, we fall for the system A lot of us don't want to work 9 to 5s. This isn't me bashing 9 to 5 systems. I think it's great. We need our doctors, we need our teachers, we need our dentists, we need our construction. Who's going to build the houses? We need builders to go back to the house that you're in right now, that all that you have right now. You have a device, so you probably have a home. Just look around you, everywhere. Builders did that, men did that. You get injured. Doctors need to repair you. A lot of famous people like to flaunt their wealth. But in my eyes, the real wealthy people are the people who are able to produce the things that they flaunt. Think about that, let that sink in. Let that sink in. Those greedy people on the internet, they don't know how to print money in the factory. These people in the factory literally print money. But then again, it's funny how that works also, because the people who flaunt it make more money than the people who make it in the factory. What? Wow, what? Interesting, right? I mean, the people who mine, I was just mining in, the gold mines in Africa. The people who obtain it and sell it through colonization, they somehow make more, but they did 10% of the work just selling it. They did 90% of the work working for it. We're falling down a rabbit hole. But the point, we can link it to what I was talking about. The point is, the people mining in gold, they're in hard conditions. They probably didn't have a choice. They have no money. They gotta do what they gotta do, so they zoned in. They hunted for the mine. The people who robbed it, they're already fortunate that they didn't have to do as much. They just take it. I think summer makes you weak. And I can only talk from the west areas. I can only talk for Europe, because I'm in Europe. I don't know what it's like in America. Let's include America as well. I think summer does make us weak. And because it's comfortable. The weather's nice. And this isn't to say you can't be a human and you can't live your life. You can. But I'm saying in general, I believe a lot of people are lazy. They don't do much. They don't. That's why they go on holidays, escapism to their shit 9 to 5. They don't enjoy what they do. And so they see summer as a time to, detach. That's usually when they do their annual leaves and whatnot. It's sad, man. It's during worst environments like this, winter, super cold. Everyone's busy. Friends are busy during times. I have exceptional friends, which I'm actually so happy to say. They're the type of friends that they'll be out here right now training in the cold calisthenics bars. They'll be out here working. Love people like that. They're switched on here, and I commend that. You need friends like that. But I say this to say, I don't know what you're going through in your own personal life, but think of those moments and the moment you're in right now as an opportunity to really lock in on what needs to be done. It's when things aren't going best in your life that you perform the best results. I'll speak from my own personal experience. The gym 5 years ago, I was fat as fuck. Well, I wasn't fat as fuck, but I felt fat, and I had man boobs, so I just seen that as class of that as fat. I wasn't obese or anything, but my family gave me a lot of shit for it, and I was pissed off, man. It's probably the lowest point in my life. It was a lockdown, there was nothing to do. So I trained like a lunatic every flipping day, man. Still do to this day. Money. I'm struggling financially. I worked 4 jobs for free. My third job, like I told you, I don't know if you guys, I worked a sales job and I made sales for that. They said they'd guarantee a £500 pay, just for showing up in my sales job on the 3rd week for everyone. That payment never came. So then I just had to rely on the commissions only, which I didn't make. So I didn't make that much sales in my sales job. I still made money, and I never got my money. Despite contacting the boss and everything, he aired me, and he knew about the commission. I remember I was like, because on my sales job, each commission was at 25. So the first week I made 25. And I was like, can I have my £25? And I just felt like a peasant just asking, can I have my 25? I was just like, I'm even not ask anymore, man. I didn't make much sales, probably like 100 quid I made in total. And that was like 2 weeks working there, but I was just like, damn. So even the bosses can be ruthless and they don't even care about you at times. So I had the FTE again. It's called a fuck this event. And so if something in your life is just not going well and you're so pissed off, you have no choice but to do something to stop it. When I was working in my sales job, all the money I was spending was from my own pocket. I was hurting my own pockets. And I was making no money in that job. I was just spending for public transport, my own pocket. Beep, 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 beep. I had £110 when I started that job. When I was done with the job, I had 50 on my bank account. And I was pissed off, I was angry. All that sacrifice. And guys, we know the mental battles that come with working 9 to 5. I know what it's like. You wake up every morning, you just feel like shit. But you have to smile on. You have to try smile. Find something in you to keep you going, even though you don't even want to be there. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to wake up. But you don't want to go to an area, man. I know it's like you fantasize about the life you want to live. You're like, why me? Why not me? Why can't it be me? You know? You eat your breakfast, your tea in the morning. I'm describing what I was doing. So I was eating my jam and my white bread. And I put butter in my tea. I was sitting down on the desk, watching like videos from older guys just trying to get me up, you know? Get my spirit up. I was just so depressed. I just had to find something in you to keep going. I know what it's like. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. I forgot what I was talking about that just now, but it's not nice, man. Oh yeah, I remember. So all those mental battles I was facing in the morning, and I was still like, I'm gonna get paid. At the end of the job, I didn't even get paid. So I was a slave. I just showed up. They just enjoyed my beautiful personality. And bro, the way I was acting in my job and the way I was focused and locked in, you thought I would have got paid. I didn't even get paid for the sales I made. I rhymed, didn't even try, didn't even mean to do it. Just came out. So it's like, nothing more to it. And I was pissed, man. This is why I go so hard on YouTube now, because I know there's people out there. I just remind myself, there's people my age, there's people younger than me, who are making money online, 10k a month, thousands of pounds, traveling the world, doing all this fun shit. And then it's like, I'm just there working a 9 to 5 in the area I don't want to be at. There's another life. And we've all been exposed to it now. And I believe making money online is the new meta. Even if you make, and if you like your corporate job, I'm not bashing you. You're an exception, and I truly commend you. But I'm talking to the people who, they want more in life. They want to be free, live life on their own terms. As a man, it's normal to want that. You want to be free. We don't want another person dictating our lives. We want to retire our parents. We want to put our children in a better position that we were. You know? So they don't have to work a shitty job and whatnot. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's what it's like. And it's like, how do I say this? Shit. I don't know. It's normal to want to live in your own terms, and yeah, I know what it's like, believe me. I know what it's like. I've worked in 4 jobs. It's shit. I was pissed. This is why I go so hard on this channel now. And I enjoy it. But I have a purpose behind what I'm doing now. And yeah, I want to make money on YouTube, of course I do, but it's more than just the money now. It's more than that. I have a family I want to take care of. I don't have a dad. I gotta be the man of the house now. So there's a purpose behind it. And it's more than just the family you have now. It's more than that. Way more than that. It's for your future, man. The future as well. I'm gonna be a dad one day. Probably like 20 years down the line. I wanna put them in a good position too. You know what I'm talking about? So it's more than just, having money for my own selfish pleasures. It's for other people too. I always wanted to do charity work back when I was a kid. I'd see these adverts of all these sad homeless people. I'd get so upset inside. I want to help them. I still want to help them. I'd love to do charity work in a wide scale, help all the unfortunate people in Africa and Asia. I want to do that. You know? And so it's more than just me now. I make these videos for myself to lift myself up when I'm down, but there's also similar people like me also, and if I were to take anything from this video, I know I'm going everywhere, but I don't know what you're going through. You have to hang in there. It's the hard times that build you. I'm telling you, man, everything that you went through in your life, it was always the hard times that made you the man you were. Now, you may have not enjoyed it at the time, but you look back with gratitude. It's the hard times that build you to the man you want to be. And this is what I'm going through now. Very hard times. But I'm not complaining, because this is a building period that I'll look back on with gratitude like 20 years from now. I hope you feel the same, and if you didn't, I hope this could inspire you. And look at your problems at another perspective. There's always someone going through it worse, and this isn't to devalue your problems, but find a sense of gratitude for your problems, and I think it'll give you a better approach in just handling your issues that you're facing right now. That's all I gotta say.